Food Court, the movie podcast and Twitch stream where Sean
and John
and Michael
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law, and we're here to fuck you up with knowledge.
That's right.
Goodbye. It's the end of Ranksgiving. We finally reached the end. We've watched every David Fincher movie.
Michael's lost significant hair.
Yeah, it's got
during Thanksgiving. Like, Michael's lost hair. I've gained weight. Sean's lost weight.
Yeah,
this has taken its toll.
Oh yeah,
it's been rough.
All my hair's
Before we
gray.
get too deep into the late great David Fincher, we have to talk about. Whoa, what's that? What are you drinking?
Before we open a carbonated bottle.
What is that carbonated beverage you're drinking?
I'm making a silencer to shoot a would-be couple on a grassy knoll.
And I wish
near a reservoir.
I wish I was that couple after watching all these movies. I was like,
wow,
shoot me.
You know, actually, you don't want to be that couple because he could be the guy who gets shot like 7 times and survives.
Sean always on the side of not living.
I mean, you could be the guy who dies, but you could be the guy who survives many gunshots.
The guy who makes it out alive.
You could be the girl who dies, which is bad.
Yeah, she does.
But you could be the guy who survives, but is probably just feeling really sad and never ever wants to park a car ever again.
Oh,
you gotta admit that.
He gets shot so badly.
Yes.
That he becomes another person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
and strangely, by the end, he is only like 3 years older.
Yes.
But 22 years have passed. Yeah. It's very odd. But before we get to that, let me just say this real fast.
What are you gonna say?
Once Ranksgiving is over, we are out of movies. We don't know what movies to watch. We've watched all the David Fincher movies, so we're confused and we're scared. Okay.
There's no
this is what we ask. After the show is done, as you're listening to this, it will be up, but as you're watching this, it will be after the show.
Yeah.
Go over to Food Court Twitter, Food Court Cast, and there will be a poll. It will say, what movie do you want us to watch next? The options will be Tenet. A lot of people have asked if we're going to watch Possessor, so that will be up there. And then there will be an other. You can pick whatever your favorite ones. Shrek 3. Oh, yeah?
I have to do this.
Okay. I'm ready to write it down.
New Denzel.
On my phone.
Oh, shit.
It's called Little Things. I want to add it to the phone. I want to add it to the poll on your phone.
New Denzel? Question mark?
Okay.
Sure.
I wish it was called Lil Things, but
Little Things.
Little Things.
Little Things.
All right. Okay. I can do Little Things.
And we're back. David Fincher. We
fucking hate you now, man.
You hate me?
No,
Fincher.
David Fincher.
Oh, I don't hate him. I just resent him.
Yeah.
I wish he had made four movies.
Or they could be this many but half as long. I would take
Oh, there he is.
It depends on the movie. This movie I want to be exactly this long, or maybe even 7 minutes longer.
Yeah,
but
this movie's a zesty enterprise despite its 3 hours and 24-minute runtime or whatever it is.
It's the fastest movie about a guy not solving a crime that has ever been made, I think.
Yeah.
It's like one of the speediest movies about a guy never quite finding out anything.
It's about a never-ending story.
Yes. Considering it is about a never-ending story, it's pretty fast. Since I mean...
I think Michael disagrees entirely.
Oh, yeah. Way too long. Turn it off.
Well, what would you cut, Michael? What do you cut from Zodiac?
Oh, pick. Just take your pick and eat your
anything? Like... characters? Are you gonna cut out?
Let's cut out Robert Downey Jr.
What?
Mark Ruffalo.
Get the fuck out of here! Now you're just making shit up to make us mad.
No, there were several parts where I was like, let's just get back to when I was enjoying this.
Are these the low mains? Or are you gonna save them for your least favorite? Okay, all right. Let's talk about plot.
Yeah.
John. You are perhaps the biggest Zodiac fan on this entire podcast.
And I'm still fucked.
So that means you better drop some plot action on us. Give us all 2 hours and 42 minutes. 46? I don't remember.
This here. I'm going to do it as Kevin Spacey from Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. This here procedural is
love
the
it.
story of one
Wow.
Richard T. Zodiac, the famous
Zodiac.
detective. No, it is a it's a police. It is essentially a police and newspaper procedural,
Mhm.
documenting one guy's pursuit of the Zodiac killer, but really it ends up documenting like all the different bureaucracies therein involved tracking the Zodiac killer, and it really is about what a pursuit does to a person, though, or people's, as it were.
A family.
And it's kind of got like Jake Gyllenhaal is your lead, but this is where I think this is where Robert Downey Jr. began the comeback that led to him making the films that destroyed cinema.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a double-edged sword there, but it's got a really like amazing cast. Like every like actor who, come to find out, looks nothing like his real life counterpart.
Yeah.
Oh, they must be so ugly. All of the real ones. There's no way that any of them look as good as Jake Gyllenhaal. For fuck's
Or
sake.
Dermot Mulroney.
Oh
Although,
my
you
God.
know, I'd like to think of
couldn't be
myself
so
as at
different.
least a Donald Logue.
Yeah.
Maybe an Elias Koteas on a bad day.
Oh yeah.
Are the real life ones uglier than Donald Logue and Elias Koteas?
I don't know. But it's,
Oh,
you know,
man.
it's
I'm
to
afraid
me,
to look.
I would just call this like, you don't really need to summarize a film called Zodiac.
Yeah.
Because you know it's about the Zodiac killer. But I would say that if you think it's going to be Silence of the Lambs, you'll be disappointed.
Yes.
It's more like All the President's Men
Yes.
than any other movie, really. And it's just, it's like a dry procedural, like white dudes movie, like white dudes like me and Sean. We really like, really like to just ease into like a chair, in our BVDs, and just sit there for like fucking 4 hours.
Not a single bit of color.
Of slow, of just slow grayness with like real gallows humor, and you know, just an incredible cast of white guys sitting around drinking coffee, eating sandwiches and animal crackers, just being fucking so white.
I mean, can we call the Zodiac a progressive queen because he killed only white people?
Oh.
Can we talk about how he was ahead of his
That's
time?
pretty cool.
Can we talk about how he was a great man?
Yeah. Are we there yet?
Is that okay? Are we allowed to say that?
I mean,
though he mostly killed women, though, so that's probably bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems bad. It seems like
Rude.
Shoot.
Pretty rude.
I think they'd Me Too. I think he would be Me Too'd.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would get me too.
I think in the he wrote
He killed too.
Yeah.
he wrote letters to the. I mean, the interesting thing about the Zodiac, and the only thing that really separates him from like, because let's be honest, guys, not a very good serial killer. Not very notable. Didn't really kill people in cool ways. Like, he weren't no blown collector. He weren't no Hannibal Lecter.
It's kind of boring.
He just kind of killed people all willy-nilly. But what he did do was he brought back the art of the epistolary communication. And that he did by writing letters to the San Francisco Chronicle, which is where we get our Jake Gyllenhaal played cartoonist who's on the case along with drunken future emphysemiac Robert Downey Jr.
Pillhead.
And then they communicate with the cops who are played by Mark Ruffalo, Anthony Edwards, Dermot Mulroney, Donald Logue, Elias Koteas, just a litany of great white men.
Yes.
But it's kind of like it's like
The
a
best that
plot.
whites
It's
have
like
to offer.
a plotting movie that is like smoothly plotting, and I forget. Like when I finished it again, I watched it 3 times in the past 3 days because I went deep and did all my special features and all my commentaries and stuff. And every time when it would get to the end, I'd hit the button to stop it, and I'd be like, "That was 2 hours and 40 minutes? No way!"
Yeah.
Damn, Michael must have been miserable.
Yeah, he must have been furious.
My whole day was gone.
A nice thing for Michael, there are a ton of effects, but most of them are somewhat seamless.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
notice.
there wasn't much in that area for Michael to be mad about. That-
Oh, he is the anti-Nolan too, because like I'm watching the director's commentary and he's like, Yeah, we took some hair off of the hand model's knuckles to
Oh,
make
yeah.
him look more like Jake Gyllenhaal's. I'm just like, that is fucking
That's
unnecessary, man.
wild.
Yeah.
And, like,
Also, I
every-
noticed this is
Go
the
ahead.
first time I've ever noticed it. When I've watched it finally enough to notice even weird things. When they're showing the most dangerous game, like it's in this little magazine or book, and like Robert Downey Jr. is pointing at it and Jake is pointing at it. The like inserts of the hand models are just like they're clearly not in the same place as the people are sitting. It's like way off.
Oh.
But I only say that because it would make Fincher really mad. If he heard me say that, he'd be furious.
That's great.
I don't really care that it happened. It doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Just knowing that Fincher would be mad, I just wanted to say it out loud, just to put it in the ether. Maybe he'll get a little twinge in his
Yes.
eye and feel a little nervous.
Well,
Hopefully.
it's interesting because we watched The Girl Who with the Dragon Tattoo, which has some big time up close animated photography of just like newspaper clippings, microfiche,
Yes.
computer screens, and I feel like in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, it's very confusing and not that well done.
Yeah.
And then in this movie, which is I think 10 years older,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like exceedingly well done, like the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest to me, it's like the greatest close photography of a bunch
Yeah.
of bullshit clues type stuff ever. Like,
Oh, it's beautiful.
you know, it's like really, really, really well done. But what I think it might actually be, they're probably well done in both of them. It's just that the Zodiac killer is like you actually want this information,
Yeah.
and in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, you're like, I don't give a fuck
Exactly.
about any of this. So wait a minute, the serial
What?
killer taught his son to be your serial killer? I don't know, I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it's just more.
That's
This is
great.
one of those. This is one of those movies where the fact that it's about a serial killer that kind of terrorized at least the minds of
Yes.
America for
Yeah.
so long that lends so much more interest and spirit for the viewer as opposed to like a Swedish dime novel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A secret serial killer. Like it's
Ooh.
like a one who has never been discovered and we're slowly discovering it is kind of interesting.
Mhm.
But one who like children tell stories about
That
because
Dirty
they're afraid
Harry
they
was
might be
based
killed.
on.
Yeah.
Yes. Dirty Harry.
Wow.
Bullet was based on Tosky.
Wow.
A lot of
Yeah,
shit was based on that.
Mark
movie.
Ruffalo plays. Was it Rick Tosky? No, it's
Wait, Dave Tosky.
Dave Tosky. I think
Is that
Rick
right?
Tosky was a Phoenix Coyote. Dave Tosky, a very famous police detective that Bullet was based on. If you ever
Wow.
see like an action hero with the holster under yon armpit, that's where that's the Dave Tosky
Really?
special.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's really cool. That's
Bullet
wild.
took that from him.
Yeah, he was.
But I'm interested to get to Michael's opinion of the movie because it is definitely, I don't think it was a success when it came out, but it is definitely one of those movies that has entered the lexicon as like this is one of the best movies
Yeah.
of the 21st century. So I'm interested to see the other side of the other side of the scaffold, as it
The
were.
Descent.
Well, it's not.
The man.
It's not as bad as you think because my memory of it was from that when it first came out. I saw it,
Mhm.
and then when I was way too young to see it, but I saw it anyways. Because I don't give a shit. Okay, I see what I want
Whoa.
to see.
Bad
I'm
boy.
a bad boy.
Bad boy of film.
Mini Zodiac here. But I didn't like it because it was really long. But I was young, and I was like, ugh, okay, next. And then
It is long.
and now that I'm older, it was still long. But I was like, okay, this isn't as long as I remembered. But
That's a ringing endorsement
Yeah.
from Michael.
but when it ended, I was happy because I.
Because it was over.
No. I was happy that it was over, but I was also happy that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it overall. I was like,
Oh.
okay, this was pretty good actually.
Pretty
So,
good,
It
actually.
was
Pretty fucking good, says Mike.
Pretty
yeah,
good, actually.
Pretty good.
Son of a bitch.
That's actually much better than I thought you would say.
Oh yeah,
I'm
It's so
still-
long that I thought you would just maybe bail at like 2 and go, what else do I need to know?
yeah. It's not like they.
I might-
Maybe you remembered from the first time you
they
saw it
don't
and you're like,
catch him.
he never gets caught.
It's
The-
not him.
Yeah.
It's fucking not him.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it
Yeah,
was.
it's not. It's not him.
Well,
I don't think it's been pretty much disproven.
I know how they.
But like, that's not the point of this movie, though.
They kind of give it away because in the promo photo that Sean posted, you can see the name tag says Lee, but it's not spelled like Lee. So I think it was a different Lee.
Oh. Michael just saw
I
this
saw
shit.
the same.
Let the record show, though, that Michael liking it slightly more than we thought he was going to like it has not assuaged my absolute despair that he doesn't like it as much as he should.
No, it's a great.
Yeah,
it's a
despair rage.
It's great. It's a great movie. It's just a bit much.
I can't wait till we get to Ranksgiving. I'll know, Michael, when we rank it. When we rank this film, that's when I'll truly.
We got time. Let's get into Euros. Okay. I'm gonna go first because I got like 100, but I'll do only one, and then we can flow into others if I have to.
Okay.
I've seen this a million times, so it's like one of those things where my favorite thing just moves closer and closer into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first time I saw it, my favorite thing was probably like, oh, that's a cool movie. And now it's just like tinier and tinier. And my favorite thing now is there's a moment where Jake Gyllenhaal as Robert Graysmith is led into the evidence room in Vallejo.
Yes.
And Elias Koteas asks him, you don't smoke, do you? And Robert says, once.
Yeah.
In high school, which is...
That was a Jake Gyllenhaal ad lib.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my God. It's so good. And it's perfect for a million reasons. One, it's hilarious. It makes me laugh a whole lot.
Yeah.
Two, it's a perfect character moment. I mean, you already know this guy, but when you hear him say that, you really, really, really know this guy. You're like, I get exactly who this guy is because he smoked once in high school and he instantly regretted it. And he still regrets it. It's been like 20 years and he still thinks about it every once in a while, like, I really shouldn't have smoked that one time. And
Sean, did you ever smoke even once?
Never, ever, ever. So I'm better than Robert Graysmith.
That's awesome.
Robert Graysmith, if you're listening, I am better than you. I'm a better person.
Yeah.
I'm not an Eagle Scout, though, so fuck, I'm not better. That's my Euro. Michael.
Yes.
This is going to be the hardest part of the entire show. Say a nice thing about Zodiac.
No, I actually have... I see right here on my notes, I have 4 euros.
Whoa. Okay.
4.
That's a lot of euros.
Okay, I'll just tell you my...
That's 1 per hour.
Okay, I'll tell you my first one happens earlier on when they call Mark Ruffalo's character, Dave... What? Tots?
Yoshi? It's Dave Yoshi.
And he is asleep with his wife.
Yes.
And he wakes up and he like knocks the lamp over to like get the phone. I think he says something about the guy owing him a new lamp or something.
Yes.
I was like, that's really good.
Yes, and he goes further. Poor Anthony Edwards. I hope to God Anthony Edwards did not buy him a lamp. You're the one who knocked over the lamp. Put the lamp on the other side of the phone. Yeah. The phone should be over here. You answer it. And then the lamp should be further away so you don't accidentally hit it. But he says to poor Anthony Edwards, he says, poor Anthony Edwards there. He says to Anthony Edwards, let me describe the lamp that you're going to buy me. Which is, hey, if you want me to buy you a lamp that you broke, I'm getting you the cheapest fucking lamp I can find. I'm going down to fucking Goodwill or whatever Goodwill was in the 60s, probably still Goodwill, and I'm gonna buy something. It's probably gonna have a little bit of snot smeared on it, but you're gonna like it, Dave Yoshi. David Yoshi, if that is your name. Probably not.
I can't even say it.
Drop some knowledge on us. It's Toski.
I want to hear more.
Like I
want to hear all 3.
Michael. You want to hear all my euros?
Let me sneak in with another good one.
Okay,
since Michael has so many and I have 1,000. And this is I'm probably getting John's, so but I want to apologize. It may not be. I think I know what John's is. Let me guess before you say it. But this is probably one of John's because it's one of all of ours. After the first murder that we see, second Zodiac murder, Zodiac calls the cops and he ends as John has mentioned before, by saying goodbye. And it is fucking terrifying. It is chilling. And it reminds me of another Euro, another like deeply chilling, horrible moment that they cut away from. Zodiac, or maybe not Zodiac by this point, because there's lots of copycats, has picked up a woman and her child in his car after taking her tire off. Very weird scam. And he says, "Before I kill you, I'm going to throw your baby out the window." And they cut with like a bong noise, and you go, "Oh, fuck. That's fucking fucked up." Both of those moments are just like so evil, cold shit, and you're like, "Oh, fuck, I'm scared."
Yeah.
Shit like that is really good. And I think that is part of the myth of Zodiac. Like shit like that is like, oh wow, this guy's cold.
Horrific.
This guy right now would be like a hero. I think people would be like, "Oh yeah, fucking Zodiac's insane, man. He'll just like tie you up and stab you by the beach. He's fucking cool, dude." He'd be big on Reddit and 4chan and shit.
The hero.
Michael, nail me with another Euro.
Okay, I'll shoot you in the head with one.
Shoot me with a silencer right between the eyes, but I'll still survive somehow.
The deaths were intense. I was like, wow, they were really well done. Like, anytime it cut from the main characters, I was like,
oh yeah.
So scared. But, okay, another Euro. It's just mostly lines, like scenes. I thought the writing was really great.
That's great.
It's weird. I'm just gonna say the actors because I can't keep up with all these names.
They're stupid names.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. at that bar, Morty's together, and it's like the first time they're hanging out, and Jake Gyllenhaal orders this like blue fancy drink. Yeah, Aqua Velva. Robert Downey Jr. goes, "This can no longer be ignored." What is that? I was like, that's really funny.
And
I would make fun of it if you had one.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel so much oneness with Jake Gyllenhaal throughout this movie. I think he's like.
I bet you do.
He's like a bit. I feel like I really truly understand him. Like he's like a version of me that could maybe get shit done. And but at that moment when he's like, "You would make fun of it if you had tried it." Like I've felt that moment so many times where it's like, "Why are you making fun of this? This is fucking good. What the fuck is your problem?
Really
This is good. It tastes good. What else do you want from it? It is a drink."
Yeah.
And I love
drink.
that. It is a drink. You drink it, you feel good, and then and a good add-on tag joke to that funny joke is that they cut to them at the table, both slightly sloshed, in like behind maybe 10 different empty Aqua Velva glasses. It's really good.
A Robert Downey Jr. esque level of Aqua Velva.
Yes, just sleeping on the table.
Have you ever had one? I've never seen that in my life.
What is it? We need to go and order it.
Is it just? I think it's like blue curacao and rum and the good
I'll
stuff.
drink it.
Yeah.
It'll be my first drink.
Yes.
And then I'll instantly become a horrible alcoholic and heroin addict. I'll be like, "Oh, it feels too good. I can't ever feel again.
I can feel my dick. I can feel my dick.
I can finally feel it. It won't work, but I can feel it." I'm dropping another year on y'all. Here it goes. Get ready for this shit. Okay, here we go. This is another. I should just get all of the Zodiac being cold as shit moments out of the way. But this is another Zodiac cold as shit moment. They're at the beach in Lake Berryessa. Is that true? And Zodiac. This is the only time Zodiac comes out with his cool, weird outfit.
Yeah.
Like weird
Insane.
Cosplay.
Luchador. Doom.
Fucking Ren Fair outfit that he's wearing. All black with a weird executioner's hood. And the law student who has been hogtied says, in case anybody asks, was that thing even loaded? He's strangely sarcastic, which is a bold move.
Never.
And you know what? Zodiac has a really good riposte. He pulls out the clip and shows him a bullet, and the shot is fucking scary.
Oof.
It's like
POV, yeah.
Really weird POV, very wide. So when the gun gets close, it's fucking huge gun and huge red tipped bullet, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
you should not be so lippy with this guy.
Never when you're tied up. Just don't ever. No jokes. No.
That's a really good rule, and he is surprisingly lippy. I hope that this is not based on what actually happened, but he's like, "Hey, I can help you. So if you need any help, like, don't tell me I need help. I'm a crazy killer and I've got a gun. I don't need help. I'm doing everything just right. Thank you very much."
Yeah, he lives. That's
yeah,
crazy.
he lived. Oh fuck.
So he probably told the cops like, "Yeah, I kind of mouthed off a little bit there."
I mean,
I used my sardonic wit against the Zodiac.
Yeah, I used the goof on him.
Yeah,
actually, pre-law. That's a line he throws out there too.
Oh yeah, pre-law actually.
Pre-death.
What I figured was I might disarm him with my jokes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It did not work. He stabbed me 7 times, and then he stabbed my friend, who could have been my lover, potentially 10 to 15 times,
that
and
was
now she's
wild.
dead. Yeah, it's rough.
Jeez.
John, we can't be the only ones saying good things about this. Wait, let me guess. Can I guess? Is that okay?
Gotta guess.
Is it, John Burr, is your favorite part the basement scene?
I think well,
it's a great
okay.
Scene.
That wasn't what I was going to choose, but yes, that is the best scary scene in cinematic history to me.
Really scary.
Wow.
It's how it's constructed scary. And how it is essentially shows you that fear is the mind killer, as it were, because there's nothing to be afraid of. There is the scare is completely
it's a really short guy.
Yeah.
And we're able to it's fucking Roger Rabbit.
It is
Charles
absolutely
Fleischer.
Roger Rabbit. It is the voice of Roger
Are
Rabbit
you serious?
in a basement.
And you're
5 foot tall.
Buddy boy.
Ostensibly, he's afraid of nothing.
That's great.
Because there was nothing to be afraid of, but they are just able to just create this incredible dread. But what I love most about Zodiac is that it is 2 different kinds of movies blended together, where it's like a dude sitting around shooting the shit movie, one of my favorite kinds of movies, mixed with a horror movie.
Yes.
And I think all of the kill scenes are like unfucking believable. Yeah. Like harrowing to the nth degree, and just having those like be these like staccato like beats within this otherwise procedural flick. And it's extremely episodic flick. Like I love how scenes will end and then just like we get like a cut to black for a second and go to something else. And it's just in other movies, I don't know if that would work and it would feel disjointed and weird. But for this movie, it gives like a sense of time passing and a sense of like, this movie has like a rhythm, it has its own weird rhythm. But I mean, this movie's like sadly ingrained in my being. Like my girlfriend's nickname for me is Paul Avery. She gave me an "I'm not Paul Avery" button for Christmas one year.
Oh, really?
Anytime there's a scene where Paul Avery's being mean, she's like, "That's just like you." And it's like, come the fuck on.
Yeah.
Have you?
So it actually irritates the shit out of me.
Really
but and I mean, it's just like, to me, it has like the best Mark Ruffalo performance I've seen.
He's great.
I really like Mark
Weird
Ruffalo.
whispery.
I think is by far the best Robert Downey Jr. performance I've
Robert
seen.
Downey's really good in it.
Gyllenhaal, I think, is really awesome. I don't know if it's best Gyllenhaal performance because I really like him in Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah, he's
great Nightcrawler.
He's really good.
I love him as weird twitchy dude in Prisoners.
Weird twitchy.
Now, I'm not gonna say Anthony Edwards is better in this than he is in Top Gun, but Top Gun's Top Gun.
He's really good in this.
The best line is I don't know if we're allowed to say the best line.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna say the best.
I mean,
Jake
you're just
Gyllenhaal
quoting.
Jake Gyllenhaal says, I'll let Michael say it. Actually.
Oh wait, here I'll do the first part. You do the second part.
Oh damn it! Outmaneuvered.
Okay, does it bother you that people call you Shorty?
Does it bother you that people call you retard?
It's just the perfect. In the context of the movie, it's like It's so you're just like, oh my god.
But it gets better, friends. You're cutting out like 3 more amazing jokes.
Whoops.
Okay.
Jake afterwards says, "Nobody calls me that," and then to back it up and make sure, because he's sure nobody calls him that, he goes over to Robert Downey Jr. He says, "Does anybody ever like call me names behind my back?" And Robert Downey Jr. says, "Like retard," and then long pause, endless pause.
That's pretty
No?
good. No, yeah.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
I mean,
Apologies for the R word, by the way. Sorry.
Well, here's another R word.
We're just
the repartee in this movie is second to none. The repartee.
The repartee is good as hell.
I mean,
dropping a few more Euros, and then let's talk some shit.
Okay.
Okay, these are my Euros. These are, I think, my final Euros. 1. Wait, where was it? Okay, sorry, I found it. This is the Arthur Lee Allen interview.
Right.
They go to where he works at some factory or some shit.
Yeah.
And
insanely taut scene.
He is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Another one of those, like, okay, Charles Fleischer is Roger Rabbit and also the scariest guy ever. And this guy is, like, the sweetest guy ever in
fucking
Fargo.
Margie Gunderson's husband from Fargo.
Just, like, so... You just hear him talking about painting stamps and you just begin to cry because he's so beautiful and you love him. And in this, he's terrifying. Just so terrifying.
In total control of the entire police interview.
Yeah.
Yes, and dropping weird shit on him. Just like, I just look forward to the day when no one calls police pigs. Just dropping
so
mean
funny.
shit on him like that. But, I mean, a million good things about that scene. My favorite part is just the looks. All of the looks are great.
Yeah.
Just there are 3 different detectives, and they are all exchanging looks and trying to not be too obvious, but all the shit that he's dropping on them.
Yeah.
This guy, this guy has a watch that says Zodiac on
That
it.
was crazy. I was like, what?
It's Swiss, apparently. I don't know. How does he afford a Swiss watch? Who knows? But the looks are great. And there are many of Toschi kind of staring and looking sort of pained.
Yeah.
And there's one when bald guy, what the fuck is his name? Oh, Velasco Tejas is handed the watch. He looks at it and he looks at them like wide-eyed, and he cannot cover up the fact that he is seeing the word Zodiac. This is the symbol and the name of the watch.
Casey Jones is all like,
Yes, he absolutely is that. And then right at the end, after Arthur says that he's glad, he hopes that no one calls them pigs, Anthony Edwards finally gets to drop a really good "thank you," like a confused, bemused almost.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, it's so good. I love that shit. Final Euro. And then I'm gonna fuck this movie up so bad.
Euro.
Paul is at the end of his rope. Paul Avery, and he has had a nice screaming match with the editor. And Jake, Robert Graysmith, is a sweet guy, and he wants to find out if everything's okay. And he goes up to Paul and he says, "Paul, are you okay?"
Oh yeah.
And Paul says, "No, but thank you for asking." And he pats him on the arm, and then he walks off.
I love that moment. I was like, wow.
That, like the cigarette smoking moment, is like that's the entire character of Paul Avery. He's not doing good, but he's very, very happy that you asked him. It's very nice of you to ask.
Before we get to our low man,
Uh-oh.
I think not enough can be said about the cast, because we didn't mention Chloe Sevigny.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We just barely mentioned what is it, John Carroll Lynch as Arthur Lee Allen, our would-be Zodiac.
Amazing.
Philip Baker Hall and fucking Brian Cox. I mean, this movie. See, that's what I'm going. That's what I try to tell my old lady. I'm going for that guy. I'm going for Brian Cox energy.
I think that you are a combo pack of Paul Avery and what the fuck is that guy's name? He's got an insane
like Mordecai,
name.
Something Mordecai. Or what is it?
Really a silly name. What is his fucking name?
He has
Melvin Belli.
Melvin Belli.
You have a Melvin Belli feel.
Yeah.
Good. That's the vibe I'm going for. Not to degenerate mean guy. Although, damn it.
You are a flamboyantly degenerate mean guy. Isn't that nice?
It's like if he took a good turn. If he had said, "No, I'm not feeling okay, but I'm gonna still keep on showing up, and I'm gonna have a good time."
Wow.
That would be you. You went
Yeah.
the right way. He went the bad way.
Thank you, man.
I mean, he got to stay on a houseboat. It
Oh.
seems nice. He probably rocked to sleep every night.
That was one of my favorite. I had another Euro line.
What? I thought we were going to talk shit about this movie, Michael.
No, let Michael get his shit.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Say nice things.
Yeah. If that movie could be that long, I could take
Yeah, that's true.
30 seconds.
Go.
Okay, here we go.
Drop it on us. Say nice things. I love nice things.
Okay, Jake Gyllenhaal is visiting Robert Downey Jr. on his houseboat. And
Yes.
he's asking him for the files, like he can look it over, and he goes, "I don't know, I lost him or tossed him. I live on a boat." It was really I was like, that's really
Yep. Yep.
That's like my
And
favorite.
that is like another back and forth between funny and like very cruelly, desperately sad. Because like the moment afterwards, he's like, it's like, what did you ever do? He starts saying shit
Yeah.
that's so fucking mean.
Oof.
It's
And
like
you're
hover.
You're like,
Yeah.
the old Paul would never say that. The old Paul is nice enough to be mean behind Robert Graysmith's back. But he's become too bitter, and now he's like,
he's
what
like
did
an
you ever do?
Yeah.
It's like an injured animal at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It-
Oh, it's so sad.
It-
Brutal.
I was glad they kind of, they show him happy for him later on in that bar when he's on his breathing
Yeah.
machine.
He's just
Yeah.
He's
removes the oxygen from his face to smile.
in a bar with
Good
a
going,
tiny
Robert.
oxygen mask. I'm
I can
dropping a little
expire
in
from
on you.
emphysema now.
Oh,
Whoa.
he do got the emphysema. He died at like 66.
That's
I'm
crazy.
surprised. I mean, for a guy like that who was living so hard for so long, 66 actually seems
Oh,
kind of
well,
old.
it's because all that was creative license. This movie is fiction.
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
He didn't do any drugs?
I don't think he was anything. He wasn't like Robert Downey Jr. level or anything like that. They were basically like, we're going to cast Robert Downey Jr. now. Do Robert Downey Jr.
Nah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Have a
you know, I
weird
think-
beard like Robert Downey
there was
Jr.
a lot of license. They just wanted Fincher and co. Writer James Vanderbilt. They wanted to make a entertaining and interesting movie.
Yeah,
So they did.
They really did.
Yeah,
It
so
is
they
all
did.
those things.
I want to drop a low main on you fellas.
What was bad?
I don't have many, but I want to tell you what my least favorite part of this movie is.
Hitman.
Okay. So, Anthony Edwards, I don't remember his name, and Mark
Goose.
Ruffalo.
Yes.
Goose, yes. Goose and
Goose.
Mark Ruffalo.
Goose and Anthony Edwards, who, if anyone looks and acts like anybody from this movie, it's Sean and Anthony Edwards.
Ooh, I would love to act like that.
That's pretty good.
He's a rock solid dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a regular, boring
Classic.
dude. That's my dream, is just to be a kind of a
Animal
Sad.
crackers.
always bringing animal crackers
like
for Dave
sushi?
Toski. Dave Toski has completely unreasonable demands.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful moment when Anthony Edwards is no longer his partner,
Oh.
and he has a new partner, and you are completely conveyed to the viewer that the relationship isn't going that well when Dave Toski sadly goes, you don't have any animal crackers.
No.
And the guy gives him a look
So
like he's a
sad.
stupid child.
Like, are you fucking... Hey, Bullet, are you fucking
Yeah.
stupid?
Yeah.
People don't get animal crackers
Yeah.
for each other. Well, actually, my old partner would always have them.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know how long it took
Nice bow
for him
tie.
to realize. He must have bought animal crackers in bulk. Okay, so they are splitting apart. Anthony Edwards is tired of this shit, as you should be after like 7 years of
Ooh.
trying to solve a murder that happened, and it seems to be unsolvable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but earlier they talked about Japanese food, and they kind of shared a funny moment about Japanese food. And then in the end, Toski says to him, hey, maybe you can try your Japanese food, the raw stuff. And I mean, of course, this is a script written by people, but this moment seems like a script written by people moment,
Yeah.
where it's like, is that what he would think of 7 years later? Did they ever bring this up?
Yeah.
Ever again?
That's
Or did he just think, like, you know what? He'd like to hear about the raw stuff right now, the urchin.
Yeah.
Okay. Just have the urchin. This is your chance to have the urchin.
This is it.
And it just feels a little false.
Yeah.
And especially in a moment that is otherwise good. It's kind of rainy. You're like, Anthony Edwards is trying his best to help out his friend. And he's like, am I fucking you over? Am I a piece of shit? And Dave's like, no, man, I'm stupid for staying on this. This is idiotic to keep trying to find this guy who we'll never find. And then, hey, maybe try the raw shit. Try the raw shit. It's the urchin.
You know, Sean, you're right. And also, Sean, fuck you for pointing out a flaw in this film that I thought was flawless. That is a pretty sorry ass line.
Yeah,
it's a little sorry ass.
It's
a little sorry ass. A little sorry ass.
Maybe
I can't be the only one to say negative things though.
This is your time, Mike.
You know what's funny? I have, other than the length, I have no low mains.
Really?
If it was just shorter, it would be a perfect movie.
Michael, I hate to tell you this, but I think you really like this movie.
Who's repartee now?
I think that against your will, David Fincher forced you to like this movie. It's like
Not like the plunging knives in the back of so many young women.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I feel like
it's like if he stabbed you and you were like, you know, this isn't so bad.
Going. But then he stabbed a few too many times.
Yeah.
And I was like, you ruined it. You ruined it.
I have like a very roundabout, weird low main.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
So I really love the music in this movie.
Yeah, I liked it.
And it made me wonder, since the music is not by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Oh, whoa.
If the David Fincher, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross foundational tag team mega powers is not as indomitable as I thought it was. For instance, the music in Mank is very bad.
Yeah.
and as we've been going back through this, because it's been interesting doing Manksgiving, because most of these movies I've watched too many times, to the point where, like, to most of their detriment.
Yeah.
And in fact, in the rankings, that's kind of where I have landed in my rankings, is like, which of these movies can I ever even watch?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, or do I want to?
That's
Like Zodiac, I could put it on right now again.
Wow.
And just watch it again. And most of it's just because the strength of, like, the way the actors work together, and then just the storytelling, and then there's an amazing bitchin' horror movie
it's interspersed
throughout. So, but yeah, it made me wonder, like, man, maybe David Fincher should get, like, people who make the music who fit each movie instead of always working with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. 'Cause I do love Trent Reznor's music a lot, in, like, The Social Network.
Yeah.
And then, like, but for Mank, he was not the guy.
He was definitely not the guy.
Trent Reznor doing, you know, Copeland impressions was a bad idea.
Probably also, like, I don't think there's anyone he's worked with who is the right guy for that movie if what he wanted was, like, roaring 20s, 30s.
I mean, in that case, just get this George Draculius, the music supervisor over this, and just use just use period shit. Just,
exactly.
Yeah, I like
spending, and obviously Fincher's unafraid to spend any fucking amount of money. He will edit the knuckle hairs off a motherfucker.
Yes.
Paying, Trent Reznor to use period instruments and write the world's shittiest silent film soundtrack was not the move, guys.
It's a bad idea.
No,
but I don't, Zodiac, I mean, it's not everything, like, usually, like, Fincher, at least I'll be like, God damn, those titles are so bad.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But that's not here,
Yeah,
This is just a, I mean, if you want to bitch about it, like, this is, like, the widest, malest movie ever made.
I guess that could be a downside.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Yeah. I was like, wow, I didn't see a single person that made me feel
tapioca pudding.
Now, and this is maybe an inherent flaw in making period movies, especially, like, anything before maybe 3 years ago, is, like, Well, just all of those detectives were white.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Ooh.
everyone involved was white.
Ew.
And I mean, honestly, they're probably
We
could be
were, in
more-
fact, segregated.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
that's
an
true.
intentional choice.
I mean,
Well, because to
yeah,
them,
desegregation was like 3 years old, so it's not exactly.
yeah, and they
Even
are,
the schools, we only just figured out that maybe it was nice to, bring people together.
Yeah.
So it's probably not too surprising that there's only white people.
that is
Though
interesting.
there could have been a couple black cops. Certainly there was a
Something.
black cop or two in San Francisco.
Something. I didn't see
I-
one, not even an extra. I was like looking. I was like,
Yeah,
please
somewhere.
help a
There's one out
brother
there
out.
somewhere. I shouldn't even say this. I think there was a black guy like mopping at one point, which is bad. They should have gotten a black guy to be a cop.
Yeah,
He
just
can be
a cop.
cop. Get a Mexican guy to I don't know, be one of the Zodiac killers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold your breath. I think Fincher's next movie is like about cancel culture. So.
Oh wow.
Oh no!
And in a weird way, a bunch of his movies are about cancel
Yeah,
culture
true.
already.
That is true.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I wouldn't hold your fucking breath on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Dave's gonna do what Dave's gonna do.
Yeah. Dave,
he did make a
He-
pre-Me
he's
Too,
still-
anti-Me Too movie. So
He still rocks a goatee in the face of Armageddon against goatees.
yes,
I mean, unafraid. He's
Wow,
unafraid. But
that's
boys,
brave.
we did it.
We got
Now
through
we've
it.
got
did we low
we-
all the low
we-
mains?
I
we
think
manked
so.
it. We manked it, so we got to ranked it.
Michael,
Uh-huh.
you always have the most surprising rank, so I wish you would go first.
Okay.
I'm always excited to hear where something ranks.
Yes.
For a reminder,
Do you need the rundown? I have mine actually written down. If I
the
should. go
game
first,
is
just do that.
for Michael so far. Panic Room is 1. The game is 2.
It's
Mhm.
fucking insane.
I don't remember what's after that.
I don't remember either. I have no idea. I don't know what he
I think-
made. I don't know what we watched.
It begins with Alien 3. It's followed by 7. Then The Game. Then Fight Club. Then Panic Room.
Wow.
Then Zodiac. Then The Curious Case of Benjamin
Oh my
Button.
gosh.
Then The Social Network. Then The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
To-do.
Gone Girl. And then finally, the movie that started this whole endeavor, Mank.
Wow.
I'm going to give mine just so that, because I have it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I thought that was. I was like, geez, that's a weird order.
I
I was like,
know.
what?
That's
You're gonna
chronological.
talk
That was
about my
chronological.
order.
Gone Girl could not dethrone Zodiac upon further review.
hmm
Zodiac is still number 1. Gone Girl was number 2 over The Social Network, which was number 3.
hmm
Then a movie that really the movie that had that did the best upon this Ranksgiving rewatch. In 4th place, I had The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Ooh.
Wow.
That movie really did better. And I ended up watching it even after our episode. I watched it again.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Then I have, like Michael, I have a great appreciation for Panic Room.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's 5th. 6th is Alien 3.
Oh, wow.
It's
Wow.
a startlingly original entry into the
It's
sci-fi
a wild
realm.
movie.
And still, I think that movie's still like, I see like, I'm not fucking with you, Sean. I see like, when I watch Alien 3, I see like Christopher Nolan.
Whoa.
Like I see
Oh yeah.
the beginnings of
Yeah.
a great filmmakers even.
Yeah.
Then
see
I
that.
have 7, a movie that I spawned a lot of imitators, kind of in a more regrettable
Yeah.
way. Then I have, and we're still in the like, I really like these movies realm. Then I have Fight Club,
Is this
which is about where I get to the like, do I even like this
yeah.
movie world?
That's
Fight Club is when I hit that, and then Mank, which first time I watched it, it was okay. Mank is a tough. Mank gets worse and worse as you rewatch it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then we have The Game, which I missed that episode, but The Game, I'll go ahead and say that's the greatest Gore Verbinski film ever made, and
Game's
therefore,
really low.
and then not very good for a Fincher movie. Kind of a stupid fucking movie.
Michael's second favorite, by the
Love
way.
it.
I know. And then the only movie I like hate is Benjamin. Curious Case of Benjamin, but I can't even believe it exists.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's where I ended up, gentlemen. But I
Okay.
think we need to. I think we need to find a way to have a definitive list.
Yeah,
Combined list.
I think so.
Well, 2 out of 3 will be Zodiac number 1.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you writing all this down? You're a math man, John.
I got it.
You're
I
a
got it,
smartest
I got
math
The
man.
math
I got
man.
it.
2 out of 3 will be Gone Girl second.
it. Okay.
This is where it gets wild. Social Network 3. You already said that too, I think.
Yeah.
4, Panic Room.
Ooh.
5, Fight Club.
Oh, wow.
No, sorry. No. Wait, Fight Club's way down. 5 is 7.
Yeah.
Sorry, I fucked everything up. 5 is 7. I'm already confused. Which number am I on? I don't know. I'm on 5. 6 is Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. 7.
7 is 7? No. Damn it.
No, 7 is Alien 3. 8 is... Oh, fuck. Wait. No, 7 is the game. 8 is Alien 3. Okay, now, from now on, I know exactly where I'm going. After that, it's Fight Club and Mank, and then Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Wow.
Did I get all of them?
I think
Yeah, that's all
so.
of them.
Okay. Whew,
So that was your rankings.
That's my ranking.
The rankings.
We have to get 7 at 7.
Yeah. That can be mine.
I think Michael's is higher than 7. His is around 4 or something, right?
Well,
We're about to find out,
yeah,
I
I
guess.
guess. I'm going to try to remember them all.
Lay it all out on us.
1 is Panic Room. It's still Panic Room. I just love
Yeah,
it.
that's Panic Room.
I can watch that.
Panic
That's
Room's a
one
great
I can
movie.
watch at any point. I just really like that one.
It is one that on rewatch I was like, oh shit, this movie is fucking awesome.
It's just fun.
And I thought it was pretty good before, but rewatching it I was like, nah, this isn't good.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
I also just like rolls into it pretty fast, and it doesn't feel long to me at all. I was like,
No.
this is just great.
Perfect
Oh,
genre
man.
picture.
Yeah.
Perfect genre picture.
That's so fun. Okay, that one, and then number 2. This is gonna blow y'all's minds. Zodiac.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bow down.
That
to
did
the
blow my
king.
fucking
Yeah,
mind.
things changed. Now would I throw it on? Probably not. I'd go to sleep. Maybe like in a couple months.
I'm very curious. Did this make you like David Fincher more or less as a filmmaker going back through these?
Oh, it's tough because some made me not like him, and then others, like this one, I was like, oh, if he just made this movie over and over, I
Yeah.
would be happy. But
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but I do like when he changes it up a little bit. But
I think what I've learned the most about him is that he kind of just does versions of movies he likes in a weird way
Yeah.
a lot of times.
interesting.
And sometimes it really lands and sometimes it doesn't. He also, Carpenter's only as good as his tools. Like the script is big. The script is big
Yeah.
with Fincher.
Very
Like
true.
he can't save himself from a bad script. He ain't like that.
Like dit.
Mm-mm.
Dit. 3? Am I on 3 now?
Yes.
You are.
Oof. Okay, this is so tough. I know it wasn't John's favorite, but I like the
Uh-oh.
game. I thought it was really fun.
Okay.
It was dumb, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was exactly
game,
what it is.
I totally understand why people like the game. I totally understand. It's tied to like an era of filmmaking where I'm like embarrassed by a lot of the movies that I liked of that era. It's like Usual Suspects, American Beauty, The Game. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, these movies that are just unassailable, and then you go back and you're like, oh, these are assailable.
That's really good.
4th on your list, Michael.
Oh, 4. Gosh. See, I get so tied up. I think I'm going to have to say 7.
He did
I
it.
wish it was 7, but I liked
I
it
do
more
too.
than...
I ended up with him with it as 8th. We just couldn't get the dream. We couldn't get the dream.
Jeez. We're
Hey, it might
stupid.
average out because mine was 5, his was 4, and yours was 8 or
Oh,
something.
dang.
I'm not going to make a final list. I'm going to get through Michael's and we're going to end the show.
Yeah, this is going to take a while.
Listening to Michael think has destroyed my
Oh,
will.
it's awful. I can't think of any other
Ranksgiving
one of
was a
his
sham.
movies.
I'm going to do it for Michael. I'm going to go with 5th, The Curious Case of
No. I'm going to say Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Fight Club 5,
Yeah,
okay.
And then I'll
This is-
do...
Michael's list is a lot more fun than mine.
I'll
Mine is perfect in every way, but it is less fun.
way less, but yeah, you never know what's coming.
I have no idea what movie is next.
I don't either. I'm gonna say Alien 3 will be my next one.
Wow!
Um,
Solid.
I'm truly mind blown every one you say. I mean, even though it's getting less and less, the numbers are less and less, so I have less
is this
to be
just like
mind-blown
the
about.
most shade ever thrown at the Social Network, or did you forget Social Network exists?
You'll see.
He does not like Social Network. No, he just hates Social Network.
All that remains are Social Network, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, Mank, and Button.
Okay, I know exactly how to do this. What are?
Oh, you haven't Gone Girl yet either.
I'll do Gone. No, I won't. I'll do.
Yep.
I'll do. Jeez, this is tough. It's like a stack of shit.
Stanksgiving.
Yeah, stinks. That's really good. No, I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that one next.
Gone Girl. Okay.
Gone Girl, and then I'll do. The Social Network.
Wow.
Oh, got
him. There he is.
Then I'll do Mank.
Zuck. Then Mank?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Wow.
And then Benjamin Button.
Wow.
That's my.
I respect it.
Even if he
I don't
read
have
the
to
whole
like it,
list
but I
over
respect
again, I would still be surprised by
you're
every one.
gasping.
I would still be like,
What?
what?
The only thing we've really learned is the apex and nadir of Zodiac
Yes.
and Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
As a
Zodiac's the
filmmaker.
best.
Everything else we've just gone on this journey.
Yeah.
This journey of ambivalence in the case of some of us.
Yes, in the curious case of some of us.
The curious case of someone's
Yeah.
ambivalence.
That's a
We, as I mentioned earlier, have no clue what we're watching next.
Yeah, what?
And I ask you, the listener and watcher, go to Food Court Cast on Twitter and say, I want to watch this movie. Go over to Instagram, type stuff on there. And while you're in an app or on a phone, would you go into your iTunes or wherever you listen to this thing and give us 5 stars
Please.
and write a wonderful review about how it was just such a delightful time enjoying Ranksgiving with us.
Ugh.
And we're not mad at anybody, especially not Michael, for his insane
No.
list of movies in the crazy order that they come in. Even though Panic Room deserves to be high. We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
So write that entire thing that I just said in a review. And if you write all of that in a review, I'll be so excited if I read that, especially since it was
Yeah.
like 30% nonsense. I don't even remember what I said. So if you can transcribe all of that and put it in a review and then give us 5 stars, we would love that.
Mhm.
And let us know what movie you want to see. Michael, John,
Uh-huh.
Sean, all of us, we want to say to you, the listener and watcher.
Happy race.
Watcher?
Oh.
Take 2. Listener and watcher.
Watchers.
Take 2 is good. I'll
you
keep
from
that
Missouri?
one.
Water.
Take 3. The listener and watcher. We all want to say to you, bon appetit.